Hi neighbors, welcome to the July 2024 How's the Market update. This month we're going to be looking in depth at Birmingham, downtown Birmingham and Homewood, looking closely at those markets to see what's going on currently, month over month, year over year, what's the trend right now in our market. So let's jump in. All right, first of all, looking at amount of homes for sale in downtown Birmingham and Homewood, we've seen normal seasonality this year. So beginning in January, just a slow monthly increase in number of homes available for sale. Downtown Birmingham has 185 listings right now. Homewood has 64 listings right now. Homewood, at the beginning of the year, only had 30 listings, so that's a complete double in terms of the amount of listings. If you were looking in Homewood in January, there are now twice as many listings to consider as there was at the beginning of the year. Birmingham started at 149 listings in January and is now up to 185. But that's typical seasonality in the real estate market. We're kind of at the peak in terms of amount of listings usually in the year. So everything very normal there. Number of units sold has been pretty even downtown as the year has gone on. Let's see, number of units sold. When we're looking at the downtown market, total sold so far in 2024 is about 3.8% more than last year. So a small increase for the total of the year compared to 2023. So that's cool. The last 2 years we've seen a decrease in amount of transactions done. So a small increase so far this year. Now in Homewood year to date, we're looking at a 16% decrease from the year before. So still seeing that trend in Homewood as this year has progressed. Now I want to look specifically at the previous month. Both downtown Birmingham and Homewood, they're down 20% and 36% year over year compared to this month last year. So that to me is interesting. We're seeing over the last month just a decrease in amount of transactions as compared to the number of transactions that happened in July last year. So that's interesting. Let's see. Next up is sales to list price ratio. Nothing crazy here. Birmingham right now, downtown Birmingham is sitting at 100%. So on average, listings selling for 100% of the sales price. Homewood this past month was 102.5%. Those have been pretty steady as the year has gone on. Even Mountain Brook, which is typically the wild stat when it comes to that one, this past month was just 103.9% sales to list price ratio. So nothing out of the, crazy out of the ordinary happening there. Now next, looking at average days on market. Year over year in Birmingham and in Homewood, we're seeing a 40% and a 38% increase in average days on market. And that's over the past month compared to the same month last year. So that lines up with the number of sales that I noticed this month compared to last year this month. Houses sitting on the market for 38 and 40% longer than they did this time last year. So that's noteworthy. In the middle of the summer, we've just seen a slow month. And next to last stat we're going to look at is months of inventory. If no more homes came on the market right now, how long would it take at this pace to sell everything that's on the market? Downtown, we're looking at 3.6 months of inventory. Downtown Birmingham started out at 5.5 months of inventory in January and sloped down to a low last month, and we're now kind of curved back up to 3.6 months of inventory. That's probably due to the kind of slowdown we've seen over the last month. Now, Homewood is sitting at 2.6 months of inventory. Homewood has remained pretty consistent as the year has gone on, hovering above and below 2 months of inventory. So the year has been pretty steady in terms of months of inventory in Homewood. And then lastly, looking at median sales price, both downtown Birmingham and Homewood year over year are looking at an increased median sales price. So everything we just laid out year over year, we're still seeing price appreciation. So all of you homeowners can be very pleased to hear that. Downtown Birmingham, we are seeing let's see, 7% increase year over year. And Homewood, we're looking at 34% increase year over year. Median sales price, July of this year compared to July of last year. So those are all the details. To summarize, I would say over the past month, we've seen a surprising little slowdown in the market during the middle of what's typically the busiest season time of the year. That to me is not an unhealthy slowdown. It's probably a healthy slowdown, because as the year has progressed, I was definitely wondering if we were going to be stepping back into that super competitive territory that we saw most recently in the first half of 2022. And we may still go in that direction, but over the last month, we've seen, I think, a healthy slowdown to where things aren't ramping up and getting out of control, if you'd say, from a how competitive are things standpoint if you're a buyer entering the market right now. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions about any of these stats in your area, or if you have any questions about the market here in Birmingham, please let me know. I appreciate all of you listening, and we'll talk again next month.